Hello everybody. Nice to have you here. I'm very grateful to be allowed to work with you. I'm always very much looking forward. And normally I'm nervous before I have to deliver a lesson. And this nervousness is also present, but I don't notice it. The joy to meet you is predominant, and that's very special for me. And I think it's not an artificial joy. Where should it come from? It feels like a sort of connectedness. Yeah, you deal with very serious questions, and you allow me to sink into this earnestness together with you, trying to find meaning in what we do, and maybe even open doors, not only for ourselves, but by discovering what is possible, we also open doors maybe for others in the future. That's a huge honor that you help us doing this. I quickly share the screen to just show you where we are. I hope I choose the right one. Please come here. Yes. And you see in our course, I must hope what happened here. I just must go back to, I apologize, but that's how you see where we find our courses. We just go to the pages with the seminars, has disappeared. And there we can then choose for the overcoming cancer-related exhaustion. And here we find our course material. And that's what I wanted to show you, that we are now reaching step 4. And in step 4, we now reach a new level. We have somehow dealt in our everyday tasks with a sort of spiritual aspect of our being, our value system, the decision making, and how to deal with the little wishes or big wishes. And on the other hand, we have reached through this very bodily levels, the lymph, the blood, and we're speaking somehow to our glandular system. And I still invite you that we do the exercises, the everyday exercises and the Eurythmy, and we do not think now we've tried to feel our glands. We just know we reach this level where these processes feel at home. Yeah? And from time to time, just know, now I'm speaking to a different level or connecting with a different level of myself when I do these exercises. And now this week, we somehow do a next step. We reach, when we say we went through the level of, we started with Saturn processes, then with Sun processes, then with Moon qualities. Now we reach the Mars qualities, yeah, which is how do we live on Earth? How do we deal with all the resistances which make life difficult also, or do not allow maybe also to express ourselves and to bring what we want to bring. And that's the drama of the soul. That's why soul stands there. And on the other hand, how do we do, this touches our behavior. How do we act in the world? And there we will suggest little everyday exercises, changing behavior, observe yourself how you move, and in Eurythmy it will be the E. Yeah? And the E, stop, when you just, excuse me, we just leave it at this, and I invite you that we start exploring the E quality, which we have already experienced last week with the RAE. We know it's about setting boundaries and growing from this. Now we will really focus on this quality more, inviting what's behind this to strengthen us. So, if you want, those of you who want to join standing, join now by standing up. Those of you who want to join sitting or lying or only observe, do it your way, and afterwards I will repeat it sitting again to show you variations, how you can adapt what I now show in principle. So take your time to arrive at yourself. Take the space you feel well in. Have the feeling time is a little bit like substance you could take in your hands. Feel your hands by rubbing them a little bit. And then take time to arrive at yourself. Allow your senses to look into the realm of your chest, to feel the movement of the breath, to feel the heart at work, to look to your shoulder blades, to let your breath react, and then stream down through the body into the earth, without the source, the well in your chest becoming empty. On the contrary, you feel upright and even grown by itself. Relax and breathe and make a little step. And now with the theme of R, we had this right and left last week. And the right and left we brought to a crossing, the E. We felt the touch, we felt it inwardly, and this made us grow and upright. And let go. Now when we want to touch the forces of the E, just make a step to the right side and feel the quality of your right side. Just this part of your body. And try to relax the left part of the body. And then come back to the middle. And breathe. Do the same to the left. Make a step to the left side. Feel the left part of your body. And try to relax the right side. And feel the strength in your left body. And come back to the center. Feel both columns. And relax. Repeat. Step to the right. Right column. Where do I want to have my hips? And relax your left column. Maybe you bend your knees. Or just let the shoulders sink. And feel the carrying force in the standing part of the body. Come back. Relax. Feel both columns. Feel the difference of both columns. Step to the left. Feel the strength of this column. Try to relax the leg, the hips, the shoulders. Correct your left side until you feel, now I feel its strength. The other side can relax. Come back to the center. Does your breath react? Allow it, support it. Feel both columns. Feel the difference and let them become one again. Little step just to move every part of your body. Have the feeling that your body is like a broom cupboard, a small cupboard. Put your right hand on the left face of your cupboard, as if you could push against it. Create a little bit of tension in your hand. And now imagine you want to push the cupboard to the side. And now you push the energy of this cupboard from the left side, from the right side to the left side. And observe what happens inwardly, what happens to your both columns. And let go, and maybe the hand comes back by itself. So now we can just try to do it with both hands. We have both hands on our cupboard. We prepare for pushing. We feel the columns of our cupboard, and then we start pushing the left energy to the right energy to the left. We feel it inwardly. We observe what happens. And we let go. The hands come back just by themselves. The breath reacts. One more time. One hand. Prepare. Slowly push. Observe what happens in the receiving column. Let go. Breathe. The other hand. Prepare. Push. Observe in the receiving column. Let go. Breathe. And both hands. Place them on your body cupboard. Prepare. Start pushing. Observe what happens in both columns. And in your breath, and in your uprightness, and in your inner joy. Let go. And relax. Breathe. With the E, you can just bring the energy of one side to the other. Let's do it with the arms. Invite the light from the right side. Bring it over. And then start raying through the lower arm into the other part of the space of your room, that a beam of light is sent through your lower arm. And let go. Connect with the sphere, the light around you in the other half. Slowly bring the arm over and then start beaming, raying the light from this part of the room into the other one. That you feel it reaching the corner of your room up there. Okay. And now just take a little chair or something to hold on for those who are not so stable. And the others, just cross the leg a little bit, and if you manage to do it high, do it high. And then try to do the same with the lower leg. Just try to beam light to the other sphere of the room, and then let go and make a step. Do the same, just very gentle. Just move your arm and try to bring this beaming quality about in the leg. And let go. And when you have the feeling you can push against something with the hand, it can stabilize the feeling. So take your leg, do it very relaxed. Create this rain through the leg, which points your feet. And feel what happens in your uprightness. And again, take your leg, bring it to the other side. Ray through it, that it points your feet and creates uprightness. And let go. And let your breath react. For those of you who are able to do it, it's great. And if you feel it wobbles, that's good, because don't let yourself be disturbed, because when you are wobbling, you activate inner forces of stability to not fall. And this is a positive quality. For those where it's difficult, don't hesitate to hold on to something, because it's only about this crossing and creating this inner uprightness from this. It's not a balancing exercise, not meant as this. It's about creating an E in the legs. Okay. One more exercise before I invite you to sit down, and that is that you stretch out one arm to the side. And now have the feeling that the muscles of this arm are somehow fixed at the opposite shoulder. And then stretch this arm out and pull it out. Push it out in a way that it pulls your shoulder closer. So it's fixed on this shoulder and the arm pulls it towards the body. Yeah? So the clue is that the feeling, our arm is stretched out, but it's somehow tied to the opposite shoulder. So when I push it out, pull it out, stretch it out, my shoulder is brought in. It's pulling, but my shoulder is brought in. And then relax. And then do it with both arms. Stretch them out as far as possible, as well as is possible. To have the feeling this arm is tied to this shoulder, this arm is tied to the opposite shoulders. Bring them both out, stretch them both out, and have the feeling the shoulders come in through stretching my arms out. And let go. And breathe. Now the exercises, I expand, but it's not pulling me apart. On the contrary, expansion, it's bringing me closer to my center, because it's actually pulling two parts in. One more time. Stretch the arms out. Feel one arm connected to this shoulder, test it a little bit. Feel this arm connected to that shoulder, test it a little bit. And now expand both arms and feel that this brings the shoulder in and creates a feeling of I'm centered by going out. And let go. And breathe. And slowly sit down. Sit down, relax, make a pause. And you have noticed the E has always to do with bringing left to the right. It can be making the upper with the lower meat. It can be making the inner with the outer meat. It's always the opposites. And archetypally, this left and right, yeah, that's the soul, the drama of the soul. I feel pulled apart, yeah. What shall I do? All this left and right, that's the soul level, the male and female qualities, which we all have in us, and how do we bring them to relate to each other. And I just show you one more step we can make to experience or to say hello to the left-right theme question. And when we now, please come. Yeah, okay. And when you look at the 5-pointed star, and I hope you all see now the 5-pointed star symbol, then it's somehow taken as a symbol of the human being. You have a head, you have 2 legs, and you have 2 arms. And in Eurythmy, you use it just to say hello to these 5 qualities we all carry in us. And the specific thing is you can move it without any pause. You can draw it in one movement. And I just show you how you can do it, that you start with the head. You draw a line to the right foot. If this person would look at you, this is the right foot. Then you go to the left arm. Then you can walk. Yeah, if you do it walking, that's what I want to do with you. Then you walk to the other arm. Then you walk to the left foot. And then you walk to the back to the head. And in Eurythmy, we very much like to face forward all the time. So we do not turn in the corners, but the first pass we walk forward, the second backwards, then sidewards, then forwards, and then backwards. That makes our feet improvise. And if we want to walk it, we somehow must have the imagination, we must put it on the plane, and we have the imagination, we now put this 5-pointed star as if we would lie on a beach of sand, yeah? And then we lie on a beach of sand, and the feet, they look towards the sea, yeah, they feel the freshness of the water, maybe it comes pretty close, and the head, they hears the music, the playing children, yeah, next to the road, and the coffee shops there, and the arms to the left and right just receive and enjoy the sun coming in. So that's a picture of you lying on the beach, yeah? And then you just feel how you move through the body, and then you walk to the right foot. When we just do it walking, maybe 3 steps, and then you close the legs and you arrive. And there we practice arriving. Then we walk from there to the left arm. Then we walk horizontally. That means we have to cross the legs a lot to the right arm. Then we move forward to the left, and we have also again somehow to cross the legs and let the legs find how to do it, but we face forward. And then we walk backwards slightly to the side until we have reached the head again. And you notice that doing this 5-pointed star, it's always crossing left and right. I go to my right side. From there I go to my left side. I go to the right side, the right arm. I go to the left foot. And only after this long, long journey, I arrive in the middle. And that in our life, we always pendulate between left and right. Yeah, that's somehow a reality of life. And let's say hello to this. And that's also E, crossing left and right, saying hello to it, to the right and left column. And those of you who still want, I invite to join 2 more exercises to do this with me. And if you get lost, never mind, just enjoy and just try that in the end you stand somewhere where you started. So have a little bit of space in front. We make it small, maybe 3 steps. And you stand here and you just imagine where is this 5-pointed star. Use your hands to point to the 2 legs in front. There are the legs of this 5-pointed star, not far away. And here and there are the 2 arms. And I stand on this place where the head is, when I lie on the beach. And then facing to the front, I move and I start with my right leg. That makes it easy towards the right foot. Maybe 1, 2, 3, and then I close my leg. And I practice arrive. I arrive in my right side. And then I walk slightly backwards to where my left arm. And the legs have to improvise, crossing. I face forward. Left leg starts. 1, crossing. 2, 3. And then just pull the leg along and try to have this feeling of arrive. Then to the right, crossing. So step, crossing, step, and then again arrive in your right side. Then slightly left forward. 1, 2, 3. And then again bring your leg along and just I arrive in my left side. And then I go back to where I started, backwards. 1, 2, 3. Arrive. And don't put any stress on you if you don't find the points correctly. The exercises, not moving an exact 5-pointed star, it's moving into your right side, moving into your left side, moving into your right side, and again into your left side, and then arrive. Home. Let's do it one more time. To the right foot. 1, 2, 3. Arrive. And notice that it takes time to arrive. To the left arm behind, somewhere over there. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Take time to arrive. When does it feel like having arrived? To the right, somehow. 1, 2, 3. Arrive. Move left forward. 1, 2, 3. Arrive. And back home. 1, 2, 3. Arrive. And let your breath react. And when you arrive, it's your choice. Do you want the feeling, I arrive in my right column, I arrive in my left column? Or if you just have the feeling, I arrive in myself, I arrive in myself as a totality, just do it. What feels best at this moment? And now you stand again where you were, and you can again maybe see or feel these 4 points, hands and feet, and where you stand. And you can imagine a circle around it. And so just let's walk a circle again frontally through these 5 points of this 5-pointed star. We start to the right arm in a circle. And we move forward, we circle around the star. And we move to the side, continue circling. And we move backwards, and don't hit too many chairs and something, just try to do it somehow. And arrive back. Wow. And just be happy to be home again. You know, as in life, so many things are different than we imagined before. That's perfectly okay. I'm home again. And we walk it a last time, and now you could even have the feeling you feel this when you arrive at these points like column. If there would be musical instruments which you could somehow feel sounding when you touch them. So imagine the circle, 4 columns standing there, 1 column you are yourself, and then start your journey. Where are you? Here, I feel you. Here, I feel you. Here, somehow, I feel you. Here, here, I feel you. And home. Here I have started, I feel it. And breathe and relax and sit down. And afterwards I will show you how to do it. Sitting, don't worry at all. It's so easy, you will be surprised. And just relax and let go. And just feel, how does your body feel now? What qualities do you meet which normally are not in your consciousness, your pains, you know? But maybe there are other things suddenly. How does the inner of your chest feel? Is it tickling? Is it just a wave, how things move up and down? How do you notice your lower belly? Maybe you notice a space in your belly which you normally don't notice, and what shape does it have? How does it, the connection between your bottom and the chair or your bed feel like? How do your feet rest on the floor or your calves on the bed? And again, what feeling do you meet in your chest, in your breathing? And what space does the heart take in the felt heart within the space created by your breathing? And how is your connection to this space? Soul-wise, how does it feel to be connected with this area? And how is it for this area that you try to connect with it? Does it like it that you try to say hello? Ask it. And let go and breathe. And with all these exercises, they are partly tough, balancing with the crossed legs, which I also will show how to do it sitting afterwards in a very simple way. And also the 5-pointed star. Do I feel the columns? Then do not ask yourself, is it right? Is it the right place? Is my imagination right or wrong? You feel it. And that's the great thing. Yeah? And then you go to the next, I feel it. And maybe I'm half a meter next to it, but I feel it. And that's a truth. So trust in what you feel inwardly and cultivate. Be grateful for this. And now I would like to invite Esther, hello, for being with us again, even if you had to travel to India, but you made it possible, to send us into breakout rooms, Chinese speakers into Chinese groups, and English speakers into English-speaking groups. When sending you into breakout rooms, I suddenly realized I didn't give you a task. Poor people, don't go into breakout room not having a task. And then I thought this, where am I, also has to do with E. We are in the middle of the course, and that's a crisis moment, crossing from one side to the other, yeah? And really not knowing how it can continue is a little bit an A experience. So not having told you what to say, what to do, okay, maybe I should, but on the other hand, it fits. And the other thing is, you have noticed today you got so many exercises from me, and that's still a selection. Yeah, it's just 1/3 of A exercises we have developed, because again, you have two sides which you bring together. Yeah, so this more coming from lymph, blood, glands, and then to here, and then to more other life questions, and somehow two sides in the middle always cross. And that's why we have a lung and a heart in the middle, two polarities, yeah, and the A. So that's why we have somehow a double amount. And I just invite you to do it to reduce it to what feels good for you. Don't feel obliged. It's just by nature, it's such a lot. It's the whole burden of everything on us in the A, on the soul. That's where we live. But then our task is select what feels interesting. Do when it feels good. And in the practical exercises, it's about saying hello to yourself in a one way, a playful way, and that's changing habits. Yeah, when we do things, we are normally used to do things the same way, then we always do them without noticing it. But when we go to the kitchen and sit down for breakfast, we normally have the same place where we sit every time. And the invitation is take another place to have breakfast. And notice how different this feels. I'm having breakfast, but everything feels different just because I look in another direction. Or when you travel somewhere in a train, take another. Normally you sit at the right side, so maybe this time you sit at the left side. Or what we often do not notice, that we tend to, when we walk somewhere and then a staircase comes, we always take the same leg to step on the stairs. And there the calculation of your body, already 5-10 meters before the body starts calculating how big do my steps have to be, the next 10 steps, that without noticing it, it just fits that my right foot always makes the first step. And now say, okay, now I try to do it with my left step. And then you notice it's just such a little decision, but such a lot is going on in your body when you do things like this. Or when you brush your teeth normally with your right hand, do it with the left hand, and suddenly you notice how stupid it feels, yeah, and how difficult it is to do it, and try to persist a little bit. Nevertheless, can I manage to do it with my left hand? And do these things, just changing habits, yeah, playfully, yeah. And you notice it has again the decision making. What do I change? The wishes, yeah, where do I want to sit? All these things play into it again, but it's now focusing on just the habit level of everything. It's again a communication with your body. Yeah. And the second thing is, let's then know another aspect of your soul, that you can try to look at yourself from the outside. We normally act like this, and I want this, and I want like this. But you can have a little bit of distance, that you have the feeling, I am somehow have eyes which are bigger than me, and I look at myself from the outside. So when you walk, just try to observe how you walk, not just by how does my body feel when I walk, but as if you could look at yourself, that you see how you walk. Don't do this too often or too long, because it's a specific manner of looking at you, which should be an exception, yeah. But it's nevertheless good to have also sometimes this perspective. Look at yourself, how you move, how you do things like this, as if you have eyes, which you can also put on you from the outside. These would be 2 exercises, and you find the explanations in the course. And it's meaningful to do it. Again, to say hello to yourself on this level, because all these habits are levels which care for you. That the foot which is best to do or strongest to do the step is used. And you are not standing in front of the chair, which foot do I have to use now? The body, the habits care for you. And then you change them playfully, you start to enter into a dialogue with forces which actually also care for you. Yeah? In a playful dialogue. That's the invitation, to bring this, what we do with the E exercises, to also to the level where your life forces want to unfold. Yeah? And they do by feeling seen and talked to and played with. Yeah? When you play with children, that's healthy for them. So play with your habits. That's healthy for them and makes you stronger. And now I invite you that we go through this set of exercises once again, sitting. And you are invited to select what feels good, what feels right. They are all strengthening. Yeah? It's not that you have all to do, but just they are strengthening, and you select what fits for you. And the first exercise is feel your right column is carrying you, and try to relax the other one. And you can do it that first you arrive at yourself and breathe. And feel both columns. And then you take one leg, I now take my right leg, yeah, under your verticality, and the other one you expand a little bit and bring it forward. And then you can just create a little bit of energy in my right foot, with the foot behind your column, to make this feel strong. And then you can try to create a feeling of flowing out, of letting go on this side. And the meaning is that you try to experience the quality of the carrying quality of this column and what it feels like. And then come back. Relax. Let your breath react. Other foot back. Other foot relaxed. Create a little bit of energy in my left column now. Can I just let go the other side and feel connected to the strengths in my left column? Say hello to it. And let go and breathe. Feeling your cupboard is also possible when you sit, right hand, and having a little bit of tension in the hand makes it easier to move energy, at least in the beginning. So a little bit of tension. Push energy to the left side. Feel this column where you push the energy in. And feel how big is this column. And let go. Breathe. Same here. Hands. Push them a little bit. And then move. And let go. Breathe, both hands. Touch, connect, feel your cupboard. Right to the left, left to the right. Feel the crossing and keep the energies at this side, at that side. Because when you let go, the hands come back. And breathe. Crossing the legs, and this you can also do standing if balancing on one leg is too difficult. You just take one leg, cross it over, and try to feel this connection of your legs, the warmth between the legs. And let it make you upright. So you stay down there actively connecting, and it happens that you become upright. And even feeling your breath. Eurythmy is not doing anything yourself where you want to have the reaction. I'm active down there. I connect, I push, I stay down there. And I notice the reaction. But I stay down there. And I let go. And breathe. I stretch out one arm, feel a connection to this arm. I stretch this arm and it's tied to this shoulder and it brings my shoulder in. I'm not moving my body over there, I'm only stretching my arm and my shoulder comes in. I let go and breathe. I put my arm here. I feel the connection of the arm with this shoulder. I tie it there. I stretch my arm. It brings my shoulder in. And I feel it coming in. I feel a pressure on my shoulder, some pushing it against my body. And I let go. And this is just preparation for what we experience now, that expanding can bring me to myself. and stabilize me in my center. Both arms. This arm tight here. Is it? Test. Yes. This arm tight there. Test. Is it? Yes, it is. Now you can pull. And you pull out and you become bigger and bigger. And centered. And centered. And you enjoy arriving in your chest by expanding yourself. And let go. And relax. And breathe. 5-pointed star. All movement we do outwardly is only to make it happen inwardly. So, we walk at a 5-pointed star to feel it inwardly. So, I also can just use my hands and draw a 5-pointed star. And when I feel it inwardly, it's the same or nearly the same exercise. So just be here, the realm of the head of a 5-pointed star. And then move to the right leg. And now the point is practice arriving. Arriving in your right side. Then move towards your left arm. And practice arriving. The feeling of arriving takes place in your body. Move towards your right side. Here, out there. But experience it in your body. I arrive. Now I've arrived. To the left foot, down there. Practice arriving inwardly in your body, here in this part between the upper legs and your shoulders. That's the eurythmist. And go up to the sphere above your head and arrive. But then again at the end, arrive at your heart and feel both columns. Feel your heart and let go. And when we just draw the circle, we can practice, do we feel these corners, the points of this, where we have arrived before? And we try not to do it out of the memory of the head, or we know that is, but out of the memory of the body, we feel we have arrived there. So we just do it with one arm, and you can choose the left or the right arm. No? Just take the same one as you did the 5-pointed star before. No? And you go, where was it? Here, here I started. And then I start a circle. Circle. Here it was. Nice. My right side. And then I go down my right side. Here it seems to have been. Yes, I feel it. Then continue. Where is it? Here it probably was. I feel it. Yeah, here I feel it. I'm home again. And I go into my center, from where I can feel all 5 points and me within it. And let your breath react and breathe. And allow yourself to become quiet. And you see how quick one can go through all these exercises. And when we did them, those of you, when I did them standing and some of you joined in, it took a lot of time because I wanted to show you the principles. But don't hesitate, also when you do it standing, to do it as briefly as I did it now in sitting, also in standing. And also the video, when you just follow the video, it doesn't take that long. So feel invited to stay within your boundaries. Do not go beyond your boundaries. And the what we are practicing here, is about setting boundaries and noticing them and living them both ways. Others stop where you set a boundary and you don't force yourself to go beyond your boundaries. And we do these things, I suggested today, to strengthen you, not to make you, I stay within my boundaries and my little house. No, we care for these boundaries in order to allow you to grow with your strengths, and then it's a natural way that your boundaries can change their positions. So we have reached at the level of soul, where when you have to deal with cancer fatigue, a lot of drama is taking place. Facing you are not strong enough to live what you want to live. Facing everything what you went through. That's the theme of this week. So I hope you will go still joyfully through the week, but also allow to be at where you are and how you are. I'm looking forward to see you again next week. Thank you, Mikan, and thank you, dear, I forgot your name now, for translating into Indonesian. See you again. Bye-bye.